Like and subscribe. You know how we getting down already, you know what I'm saying? Got life, no cap.
Action, movie. I got what she want, yeah. I got what she needs. You ain't gotta leave. You got cars on overseas. Tired of in my life, time on G. All up for straight, I was trying to get him G. Up at the club, got P with Coca. When he bad shit, that go with loco. Key these days, they all had loco. See no difference from them and the popo. Some of the Houston crazy. Boy, they talk about gone crazy. This little game snitching on AZ. On my team, we know for Gazy. We own the label, we own the masses. And you know we cover the bases. No one cares about cops being racist. Catching names and they catching faces. New instructions from new masters. New techniques is coming in faster. We don't see no movie, no actor. See that nine, it's really gon' ask it, yeah. That's why we stacking till these bills are out of sight. New project, new life.
Yeah, no cap.
Lights, camera,
Like and subscribe.
movie, lights, camera, action, movie.
Going on, chat. What's going on, chat? The level should be good. Right, boom. So, welcome to another No Cap Entertainment, No Cap Media. Like and subscribe down below. Blow. You understand? So, you know, say what we have to talk about now, yeah? You know, say what we have to talk about now. Terence Crawford against Canelo Alvarez. Oh my days, guys. Oh my days. It's going off. It's going off, guys. Terence Bud Crawford against Canelo Alvarez. Oh my days. Right, so let's get into it. This is the fight we are talking about. This is the fight we are talking about, guys. This is the one. This is the one, yeah. This is the one. This is the one, yeah. This is the one. Listen, it's going off. This is the one. This is the one. No games. No games pan this thing. Right. So, let me get my quick breakdown of this fight now, yeah? So, I'm going to take it back. Let's take it back. Let's go back to Errol Spence versus Terence Bud Crawford. Right? Let's go back. Way back. Right? When they were telling Bud, you're on the wrong side of the street, Bud. You ain't fought nobody. Man's got a horrible resume. Top Rank didn't want to give him the Pacquiao fight. He's having to get all these drips and drapes on the thing, not getting his respect even when he was already undisputed at 140. Went over to UK, smack up Ricky Burns in the UK for his first title. Right? Right? Bud was getting all of that energy that was sending Bud's way. Then when he pulled up to Spence, right? And he was like, yo, Spence, yo, when I, you know, and they were talking about the Gamboa fight or whatever, Spence was like, yo, Gamboa rocked you. And it was like, oh yeah, and what did I do after Gamboa rocked me? You know what I'm saying? Finished him, just like I'm gonna finish you. And Spence was like, man, you ain't finishing me. It was like, yo, when I finish you, they're gonna be making excuses. Pull up the tape. Pull up the tape. No say everybody's seen the tape. Pull it up. Pull up the tape. And you'll see. When Bud told that to Spence's face, when I beat you, fam, I'm not gonna come with the excuses again. When me beat you, I'm not gonna come with the excuses. Right. So, that's the build up to the fight. Wrong side of the street. You ain't fought nobody. Horrible resume. We fight on Fox. Right? Remember all of that talk. Let's get to the fight now. Errol Spence and Bud versus Spence. Spence versus Bud. Right? Get to the build up of the fight. There was no animosity in the fight. You know why? Let me break down a few things. Yo, this come out of Bud's own mouth. Bud was a fan of Spence from the amateur days. So Bud seen Spence grow from all the amateur days all the way into the Olympics, and followed him was like, yeah, bro, there's another one of us in the Olympics. Do your thing, bruv. Do your thing, ESJ. Do your thing. Bud was like, do your thing, fam. Represent. That's how real brothers do. We ain't like the fake no caps out there. We ain't like these fake supposedly supporting black fighters, but they got nothing but criticism and foolishness. Nah, we don't do that in the No Cap Entertainment. We keep it really here. It's no cap. Understand? So, with all the haters and all the energy he was receiving, he is a fan of Errol Spence. He's watched his career grow from amateurs to the Olympics, to the professionals, right? Cool. Bud's done his thing growing up in the game. Remember, Errol Spence was the guy. He was the unified champion. Everyone fought pound for pound, had all the top fights against Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? All the top fights, bruv. Had all the big names, big marquee fights, right? Bud knew he was going to smoke him. So you can like someone and know, bruv, you're a bad man. You know, listen, go on, my G. Bad man, but you step to me, I'm going to beat you. But I'm glad you can beat everybody else, but you ain't beating me. And you can still have respect. That's what people don't get. I can admire a man. I admire Bud. I would get in the ring with Bud. Bud would most probably smoke my ass. In fact, that's a 100% possibility, to be honest. But I would still get in the ring. Like, I'm not getting in the ring to lose, you understand? You see the mentality. You see the overstanding. The real warrior spirit. You understand? You get in there, win or lose. You get in there to make yourself better. To challenge yourself against the best. That's what it's about. That's what the sport should be about. Shout out to Turk Al-Sheikh for making the fight, because even the last weekend when it flopped, that wasn't really his fault. The fighters didn't perform. Anyway, Bud Crawford and Canelo now. So, in the build-up with Spence, there was no animosity because Bud like him. I'm a fan of Errol Spence. So let me tell you this now. If Bud can give the beating that he give Errol Spence, look upon the beating that he give Errol Spence, he give him a beating, you know. He give him a beating, you know. If you look upon the beating, you got to think he's a fan of Errol Spence. He admire Errol Spence. Him follow Errol Spence's career, and they're both black men. So if Bud can deliver such a vicious licking, vicious blood clot licking to a man that him admire, what do you think he's gonna do to a Mexican? What do you think he's gonna do? What do you think he's gonna do to a Mexican, bruv? So hold on, I ain't ready for that. We're not up to the Mexican yet. We ain't ready for that. But just, I'm painting the picture, right? Let me paint the picture, right? So, right? So, if Bud delivers such a vicious licking pan him, someone that he likes, if he's, and the thing is now, this is what I tell you, Errol Spence's body mass, his spirit, and as much as he have a big spirit, you know, and blessed by God, you know, but his spirit and God didn't build his body strong enough to absorb the real Goku energy that was flowing through Bud that day. Like the energy that was flowing through Bud. In my opinion, Bud let off about 30 to 40%. No more than 40% of what he had inside. He just cruising. He never let off the gas because it's boxing. But that fight was only going one way. You understand? He had level 5 and 6 Goku. He could have gone through some. Listen, real talk, yeah. After Canelo, after Bud does what I'm thinking he's gonna do I think it's a unanimous decision. He might even be a TKO, bro. I don't see him like knocking Canelo out. You guys might think I'm crazy, but I can see him hurting Canelo. And guys, if you need to go do your research, we got some clips. I'm gonna bring up some clips of when Bud fought the bigger guy. We're also gonna look at clips of Floyd Mayweather against Canelo. I mean, we're gonna compare how Floyd looked against Canelo, but then how Bud looked against other fighters and say, oh, doesn't Bud have feet as well? Doesn't Bud know how to counter punch and stay in the pocket as well? They ain't the same fighter. I would say that Floyd's defensive skills is slightly higher than Bud's. You know what I'm saying? But overall, they got some very good similarities, and where they're similar in the right places. In the right places, bro. You ain't gotta be a clone for clone. We ain't dealing no clone business. You understand? We're dealing come out the pum business, natural business, right? So let's go through. If Bud delivered that kind of beating to someone that he likes and admires, and he's got all the talk, now he's coming up 2 weeks, 3 weight divisions from 147, 154, 160, 168. He's coming up 3 divisions, yeah, bro, from where he was last undisputed, right? Madrimov at 154, fair enough. But 3, bro. So you don't think Terence is switched on? This is the fight. This is the one. This is the one. So you know that other 60, 70%, the other 70% that he didn't use against Spence, he's gonna tap back into that 70%. But then he's gonna add on another 50, 60%. Right? So is that 70? Add on 60, that take it to 130%. That's how he's gonna come in. He's coming at 130, 100. Do you know what? In fact, he's coming at 150% against Canelo. I guarantee this. I guarantee this. I will put my house on this. I will put my house on this. Understand? Right? I'm telling you now, Bud is coming in at 150%. So if him do what him do to a brother that he admires in Errol Spence Jr., what do you think he's gonna do to a ginger Mexican fam? All respect to Canelo. Yo, Canelo fam, comment below. You're not gonna get blocked on low cap media. You can speak your voice. You disagree, agree. It don't matter. We're here to speak your voice, to show about the journey, right? Listen, I've got it down. Unanimous decision, Bud Crawford. At the minimum. At the minimum. But let's talk devil's advocate now, because it's coming across a little bit glazing for Bud. Boom. We've all seen the Gamboa fight, right? And in the Gamboa fight, when he was going toe-to-toe with Gamboa, Gamboa did rock Bud. We've never seen Bud clean out and have to take an 8 count in any fight. Bud's never taken an 8 count in any fight. Yeah? But can Bud be hurt, in my opinion, enough to have to take an 8 count or even be knocked out clean? 100%. Any guy can be knocked out, bro, especially from a punch that you don't see coming, right? So, the $1 million question is where, that's why Canelo fans, and this is the thing, is definitely going to be how Bud reacts to the power of Canelo at 168. Plus, the Canelo that's going to show up ain't going to be that same Canelo that showed up against William Skull. Because we're about to watch this face-off, yeah? And in this face-off, it started off with smiles, and then Bud put the Goku eyes on him. He didn't even power up to Super Saiyan nothing. He just put the eyes, you know, he just flicker the eyes. Yeah. And it showed him the demon, fam. Showed him showed him Bud. Because Terence Crawford and Bud, 2 different things, you know. That's a different entity. He showed Bud. He just flickered the eyes changed. And he just showed Bud in the eyes. The whole body was chilling. This is normal Terence Crawford body. This chest was in this man's face. It was tired. This one. Man just flickered the eyes on him. Man just flickered. And then Canelo was like, oh, all right, serious, okay. Then they locked in, like, okay, cabrone. So Canelo, eat the steak, fam. You're gonna get permission. And Ryan Garcia, because Ryan Garcia is shit without the PEDs, mate. I don't give a fuck. Devin Haney, I love you. And I know for a fact you guys deserve to get your... Listen, but if you fight that guy with no PEDs, it's not even a fair fight, Dev. That's how much I rate you, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not even a fair fight, bro. You beat that Ryan Garcia of PEDs 1,000,000 times out of 1,000,000 times, fam. So the only way it looks to entertain a fight is if the man's on the juice, bro. You beat the guy, beat the juice out of him, because we know once you beat the juice out of him, you know that there's a vegetarian left. After you beat the fake Nandrolone, Osterine, making guy pretend that he's a beef eater, making pretend that he likes meat. Man pretending that he likes the jerk chicken, pretending that he likes the grill, pretending, you know. He's pretending, you know. Once you beat the juice out of him, then he'll revert back to his normal vegetarian self. And you know what the juice is out of him, because when you smack him, stay out of his way, wham, hit him with a punch. If he still does hit him with a glove, then he's still got juice, yeah? After when he stops hitting the gloves, then you know the juice is running out of him. You know, say the juice done. So if him stop tapping glove, then you know say the juice done. You understand? But So with Crawford now and Canelo, I'm going to say the same thing. I want the best Canelo to show up. So if you have to eat the steaks, then be the best Canelo, show up.